Hello guys. Hello. I'm doing well, and you guys? How are you? I turned off this light that is like the sunrise light, and I'm noticing that it's sort of reflecting on my face instead of the background. Is it that obvious? That is, it's like is there purple in my face? You guys tell me, because if it's too bright, let me know, and I will turn it off. I came back. I came back because in here I do have like the AC that is like the normal AC that now it's not turned on the AC because it's not that hot. I mean, it's hot, but it has been raining a bit, so it's not that suffocating. But in the case that it becomes suffocating for me, I have to be here because otherwise the other AC that I have is too loud, guys. Like I was rewatching the live stream and I was like, yeah, it's not like, oh, like it's so loud, but it's the noise is there. And it's not, I'm not a fan of that noise because when I use it, I also get annoyed by the noise. So imagine trying to have a very relaxing moment while I'm reading the cards and hearing that noise. It's like, But it's what I have. Like, thank God I do have it and I will not melt during hot days. But I think that to do the live stream is not okay. It's too loud. I will have either get one that is not that loud, because without it I cannot go live. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, the other day I was sweating. Like I turned it off and it was like 2 minutes and I was sweating already. Because that place is like a sauna. It's literally like a sauna. So here it is. Here, I came back here. Yeah, with the help of my friend, my Mexican friend, even though she doesn't do them herself, I was able to do the altar, like the offering for my mom today, for the day of the death. So she already like shared with me information last year. I did for my mom this offering. I did it for her last year. This is like the second year. And it turned out very lovely. Like, it's not that fancy, honestly, guys, because I don't have much. Like, I only had one candle, the regular one, and for food, I only had like her favorite fruits. I didn't have like any special food. I know that in Mexican culture they add all kind of bread and sweets, and I didn't have the time to get those, but I did offer what I had, and I added the picture of my grandma as well. So I'm really happy. I burned some incense as well. Like, I wish I had copal. I know copal is best, but I ran out of copal. This year, I don't know if you guys, like, I actually had been talking about this because remember in prior years, I used to burn a lot of like Palo Santo, and this has been like the first year that I usually buy like a large quantity of incense sticks, you know, and another herbs and things that I use. This year, ever since I ran out of it, I was able to buy, but to buy a few, not so much. Like I don't think that I have like the regular stock that I will have like in a year or that would last for the next 6 months. So I think that when it comes to a spiritual um, um, tools, I would say this year has been lacking. This year I noticed that I had been struggling to have the time and the money to buy the proper resins, you know, and everything that I use. And also, I think that what I did have available this year, um, some of my family members and a friend also asked me to do some cleansing in their house. So what I had for myself, I went and I took it to their houses and I cleaned energetically. I saged their house with what I had. So probably because I did share with others, I ran out of herbs and things. Um, so yeah, that's what I noticed this year, that it has been, it's not that I didn't have, because I don't know if you guys remember, there was a live stream when I mentioned that I was running out of Palo Santo, that actually Hope, she donated. She gave me a super chat to buy Palo Santo. And they didn't have the Palo Santo, but I did get the incense cones, the tiny cones that these are the ones that I usually light up in here, you guys, before we start. And I have, like, I think I ran out of those as well, but I remember I bought a lot with what she gave me. And those I only use for live streams or personal readings. And this one, this sort of sage, this one, I got it for free the other day that I bought a new, here in Spanish it's called copalera, that is actually, I believe, I only seen it like, I believe it's Mexican, the copalera. I know that probably there's another names to it, but I know it like as copalera, that is like a cope, literally. It's like a base, it's like a cope that you sage, you put the herbs and the charcoal in it and you burn it. I bought a new one because the one that I had broke. After I finished like cleansing my friend's home, I believe the next day, I usually, after I use it and I get rid of all the things that got burnt, I usually just put it like as if this is a glass, and I put it like upside down and I place it on earth. So I let it in there. And when I left it there, like in the garden, I would say on the ground, then the next day I discovered that it was cracked. There was a part that it was cracked and it broke. So goodbye to the base that I had. And I loved that copalera. That copalera was my favorite because it had like it's like a cup, but it has like a handle, like a way that you grab it. And it was so comfortable for me to use. And it broke. And I bought one that it's supposed to be similar, but it wasn't the same. It was made of ceramic, and I was a bit distrustful. I was like, I'm going to get burned with this thing. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so happy that I have that I know of people of that know about Day of the Death, and they know a bit about the celebration, so they share this because I knew a bit about it, but I didn't. I was like, I want to do it myself, but I don't know if I can do it. And because she shared her experience with me, I was like, okay, I will do it for my mom. And I'm so happy that I have Mexican friends and I have people like it happens to me with different information because you guys also advise me on a lot of things about your culture and what you know, and I think that it's really nice that we all can learn from this, and yes. Mm. Yes, I got this actually, if you see me, this usually runs out of very, very fast. I have to light it up again because it's not supposed to finish. Actually, I think that it gets to the string here and it dies down the fire. Um, I believe it's made of, what is this herb? Um, Akira or anyone that speaks English, Spanish, how do you say laurel? Bay leaf? Is it bay leaf, laurel? In English? Hello. I believe it's bay leaf. Oh my God. I believe it's bay leaf. This has mostly bay leaf in it. No, no, it's not the same. It's so funny because when I watch videos in English about herbs, I recognize the. And also, I'm trying to be careful to not burn my new uh, my new clothes that I actually had it redone. Remember, guys, that I told you that the other one, the other one that I had, I burned it actually in some parts, and this one is new, so I don't want it to get burned, but I don't know. I want to. Also, I hope Fluffy is here, and I'm happy that Fluffy is here because I know that all of you are worried about Luna, but since Fluffy donated for me to keep taking her to her bed and the blood test and everything, I got the results. I got the results of the blood test for this one that I did that was super expensive, for leukemia and AIDS, and she got negative of both. So I'm relieved. I'm a bit like, I feel a bit better that actually she doesn't have that. Nevertheless, this is not the end, guys. Of course, there's something has to happen, because if she doesn't have those things, okay, thank God, yeah, she doesn't have them, but why is she losing weight? What is going on? Like, why? So first of all, what I did, because during the week I noticed that she kept like regurgitated. How do you say regurgitate? I don't know. When she froze up after eating grass, she kept doing that during the week, and I discovered that there's like a lot of pieces of dry food usually when she does this. So I'm like, maybe it's the dry food. So I switch, and now I only give her very expensive wet food. Those ones, not the ones that come in like in a can. There's some pouches. So I keep buying these for her that are the wet food. She loves it because you know that they have this gravy. This is very yummy. It seems like it's a very yummy food. She loves it, but I decided to give her only this and maybe cook a bit of chicken and a bit of meat and a bit of fish if I have it. But to keep her away from the dry food, since I seen her that when she vomits, I see I see the tiny grains. So I'm like, maybe it's that. So let's see how she does. And also, because we have to find out like what is going on. So I believe on Monday in the evening, I'm going to take her to get an ultrasound, like an abdominal ultrasound, to see if maybe there's something in her stomach. I don't know. But the ultrasound, it would be like, for me, it would be like the less, I hope, the less study that I do, hopefully, just to clear, just to be sure that there's not something that maybe is obstructing something inside of her. And with that, maybe changing her diet, but yeah, I hope we get answers because, yeah, we're sort of ruling the options. We are like, okay, this is not, let's go with this one, you know, like this. Oh, yes. Hey, Saintful. Hey, Danya. I have an altar for my grandpa, uncle, and best friend. You also go to the cemetery. Oh, yeah, I cannot go to the cemetery because I cremated my mom. I heard from a vet that what you can do is wetting yourself the dry food. Ah, okay. Hey, Vanis, bro. Yeah, I swear, guys, I was so nervous about that specific test, you know, because also I don't want her to keep getting her blood taken, you know, like I mean, the ultrasound is not going to be that painful. I don't know. Does anyone know if do they shape the animal when they do the ultrasound? Because I remember when we had Negrita, that she had this stomach, this thing in her intestines, that she ate pieces of a string in a bag, and you know they shape the belly. Okay. Yeah, because Nerita had her belly shaped, but I thought that was when they operated her. I thought that it was because of the operation. So, okay. Yeah, Nerita had that. Back then, I remember when she had that issue that she got this thing wrapped under in her intestines. She was very young. She was like 7, 8 months old. And I remember I used to work long hours, and my dad would take her. So I don't know. I only remember the recovery part, you know. Yes, I hope you find out somewhat release all is weight uncertainty. Yes, it's so tiring, guys. It's so tiring because I don't see her like, I think she's okay, like, but you know, well, yeah, you guys know Luna. Like, if she would be okay, like, you know, you know how she, when I used to do the live stream here, remember that she would come, she would jump on the table, she would be sniffing here, like showing her back to the camera. Or she would be like, you know, somewhere close. The same when she was sleeping close to me. Now she's like, you know, she barely sleeps because there's something about her being hungry all the time. So I see that she's still a bit nervous. I don't know if it's because, you know, there's something in her stomach and she's bothered by it. Um, but I don't know. Let's hope they find something, a treatment, something for her, because there's something is not right. Like I don't know what is it. Um, but yeah. I'm assuming you already rolled the parasite and I did, yeah, with the parasites, she did have the long, you know, treatment. They gave her the pill and everything. And with parasites, she had this, I don't know how you guys call it, that is like the one that you put on her, on their fur, to, for the parasites. They made me put that on her when she got sick the first time that I took her. So she has that. Um, but the blood test, everything, it's not like 100% perfect, but it's according to what they think is normal. Like her values are all normal. So yeah, maybe it's something in her stomach. Maybe something in her stomach. The good thing, the positive thing that I think that is what keeps her going is that she eats. She's like hungry all the time. She's like super hungry all the time. But at the same time, she poops a lot. That's something that I was like, is like, I think that I was like the other day, we at this point, we make jokes with my dad. We are like, yeah, it makes sense that she's so skinny because she eats and she poops. She eats and she poops. Like, and the poop is normal, like, except the day that she ate. I don't know what she ate the day that she got a bit of diarrhea. But then if you look at the poop is okay. That's, you know, user 13, this another thing that I'm going to get so pissed if because I was thinking of thyroids. I was thinking of that because I have thyroids, but I have the, you know, the one that you get fat, the Hashimoto's I have. But I remember I met people that they have this one that you say, the one that gets you very skinny, that you look like skin and bones. And I was like, what if she has thyroid? And at the same time, I'm like, I hope, I'm like, I don't know, I'm so, because honestly, guys, this is, I love my cats and I will do my best for my cat and all my cats. But I'm like, I think that if it is thyroid, I'm sure they're going to ask for another blood test. Because from what I seen when they did the test, there wasn't the thyroid part. So I'm going to get very upset if they are like, you have to do again another blood test. Because I don't understand. I don't understand. I also thought of thyroid. I swear I thought about it. But at the same time, I'm like, I feel like I'm a crazy person because I don't know about the vet, but you know when you go to the doctor, that they usually like listen to you, to all your symptoms, and they sort of try to run out possibilities in one visitation or in one visit. Somehow they are asking you some questions. And I had been telling them, before Luna got this thing with the parasites, I have been telling them, I think she's skinny, she's losing weight, she doesn't look the same, and she's looking so nervous, like there's something different with my cat. And they're like, no, her weight is okay. Her weight is normal. And for me, that I know my cat is an indoor cat. She was this huge pear shape, very healthy cat. She had allergies. That's the only thing that it bothers her, that she has allergies, that she sneezes and has a bit of asthma. But skinny or stomach issues, never. So me telling them that and then be like, oh no, she's okay. And now that her results, like her lab results, are okay or normal, they sort of look at me like, you know, like I feel like I'm the one that has to, how can I say this? That I'm the one that has to, like, sort of give them the idea, like, what should we do next? Like, you know, I think that the stress comes from that part, that I am, in my head, I'm sort of trying to analyze her. I'm like, okay, can we change something about her diet? Can we change something about her environment? Is she stressed? What can we do for her? And this about the ultrasound, guys, it was my idea. Because for the vet, it was like, oh yeah, the results came back and it's okay, everything is okay. And I'm like, but my cat is not okay. Like, yeah, she's breathing, she's eating, but there's something that is not okay. Sounds like her body's not breaking down the food properly. Exactly. Also a Hashi person, the struggle is real with that. Yeah, I feel this mist. I swear, I feel like I'm insisting. You know, this is, I don't know, I think that I'm like, okay, this is my pet. I love my cat, but I wonder if people with children, like, because I don't have children of my own, but I wonder if people with children, if they go through this themselves, because I feel very lonely in this. Like, I feel like since it's my cat, I'm the only one that is witnessing this, you know? They see her just 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops, and they're like, oh yeah, bring her next week. And I'm like, and I live with her, and I see her like this, and I'm like, that's so sad to see her like it's not that she's in pain, I don't know, because, you know, an animal, you don't know if she's in pain or not, but she's so depressed, like she's not the same, like she's in there, but she's not okay. I just look up if hypothyroidism symptoms really match. Not just currently, but because apparently it's pretty common, especially for older cats. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, because if there's nothing, like, let's see how the, you know, the ultrasound comes out. Let's see. If we rule this, then I think it would be thyroid, because you know, I got into this point that I was asking the vet the other day that I went. I was like, could this be something in her brain? Because she's acting like she's not the same cat. The way she's chewing food, the sounds that she makes. There's moments where she gets on top of the bed and she, I don't know, she takes, while she's walking on the bed, she sort of like takes her, I guess she doesn't notice, but she takes her clothes out, so she gets all like her nails get like all in the on the bedclothes, and she gets upset at that. But I'm like, you know, and I try to help her to get her paws of the clothes, and she gets upset. She starts growling, and I'm like, I'm trying to help you get your paws out of this. But it seems like she grabs herself like this with her nails because like she's like a bit dizzy or I don't know. But I'm like, this cat is not okay. I'm like, is she dizzy? Is there something in her brain? And the vet was like, no, she seems okay. She looks at her, she seems okay. I don't think it's nothing. Because I'm like, what is going on with this cat? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to understand by observation, but I'm the one that is like, the symptoms are this and mm. Yeah, it's sad, but sometimes it's necessary. I diagnosed and treated my dog with her last issue and then told the vet. Turns out I was right. Okay. So I guess the owners, we have to be insistent. Mm. Yeah, I was thinking because this year is the 10th anniversary that I have her. So I was like, okay, maybe it's that she's getting old. I never had a cat, like I had cats that lasted longer, but they were my family cats. And I don't remember much because I was very young. This is my first cat that I have, like she's 10. Because my other female cat that I had, she died she was 8 when she died. But Luna is the first one that I have so far that is 10. So I'm like, could it be something about her that she's actually a very old, not very old, because I know there's cats that are older. Is there something you could ask the tarot? I don't know if connection with body parts. Maybe I should try. Yeah. Maybe I should try. My friend actually pulled cards for her. My friend actually. Yeah, she's nervous. And you know what she got? What card she got for Luna? For how she was feeling in that moment? Look, I'm going to show you. She got the 5 of Swords. So see, she's fighting something. And could be like something in her system, or it could be like, mental, because swords are the mind. But she's definitely like fighting something. She feels like on guard, she feels like angry or stressed or something. And my friend told me as well that she noted that for her it's like she also gets stressed because she notices that I am stressed. It's like we are both stressed. We are both stressed. Like she notices that I'm not okay as well. Or maybe that I get angry, or I get angry with her, or I don't know. Like there's tension, yeah, because I don't know like what to do for her. I don't know. And she wants to eat all the time. It's like she forgot that she ate. And I'm like, I already gave you food. So if I were you, I'd ask the vet next time you go about hypothyroidism straight away. Yeah, I will do that. I will do that. I will do that, definitely. Yes, it does. She meows. She complains the whole journey. This is why, I decided to change beds, because I used to take her to that is like a big hospital. It's like there's 2 beds, but that place, I believe that it was like, I don't know if it was like, because cheaper it wasn't, but in there it's like a hospital, they have a lot. Um, but it was like in another area, not very close to my town, like, and we would have to drive. It wasn't like that long. It could be like a 30 minutes drive, but with the cat meowing and wanting to break herself free from the transportator thing that she has, and also hurting herself in the process. Like I was like, I told my dad, let's change and get a vet near our house, like the closest we can get. And actually, I got it. Like we actually changed because of that, because she would get very angry, like very like just like. But they say that it's normal. Like actually, the vet was like, yeah, we get cats and dogs like this all the time. Like it's not that, there's something about Luna being a specific, like difficult. I think that there's a lot of cats that do this. For me, it's the first time that I have a cat that does this, because Nevita, you put her in there and she's in there. She doesn't mind. Have you tried rescue remedy for pets when you have to crate her for trouble? It's a help. I used to have rescue remedy. But I think I will have to get a new one, because I remember I had one. But it wasn't for pets, it was for me. But I'm going to have to get one, yeah. It's just that if I have to buy something else for this cat, I'm going to go broke, guys. Like, I think that I still have to, like the other day, because I had saved actually money to buy the gift for my godson, that they're going to celebrate his birthday like the next weekend. And now that I mentioned this, I'm going to let you know, guys, that the next Saturday the 9th, I'm not going to do the live stream because it's his birthday and I have to help with the decoration and everything, so I'm not going to do the live stream. But yeah, it's a celebration of my godson's birthday, and I always like give him, or I pay for the cake. That is a custom cake. He loves Spider-Man, so it's like a Spider-Man cake. And I had saved, I had money for him for that. And when this happened with Luna, I had to take all my, not only Luna, guys, like me as well. Remember, guys, you had been through this journey of like, how many months have I been with this abdominal pain myself when I fell off the stairs? I was like going like almost twice a week to different doctors so they could subscribe something to me, like medication or something, or painkiller or something, because I would always like have a different pain, either here nor here, and in my back. I also, like, I think that both of us, we got sick around the same time. And I just couldn't recover. Financially, I cannot recover, I swear. So that's why I'm trying to, and I think that when my friend read for me the tarot reading, she also gave me this advice. She was like, because I got the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles, let's see. Wait. I don't know if I have it. Usually when you look up for the card that you want to show, it doesn't show that fast. It's probably like at the last, the last card, probably is the last card. Yeah, probably. No, it's not. Oh my. Where is the Six of Pentacles? Mm. Mm, mm. And also this deck is so sticky, it's so like all the cards get stuck together because of the material. This. The Six of Pentacles. You know, the Six of Pentacles is also like about give and take. So she's like, you know, trust the process. Like, even though you want to know right now, like, what is going on with her, what is going on with your health, like, both of you are like, you know, when you get nervous because it's like you want an answer right away, or I don't know. I think that there's moments where you, I don't know, you go to the doctor because something happened to you and you sort of expect to go and for them to be like, yeah, this is what happened to you, here, there's a pill for this, go, bye. And the Six of Pentacles is like, wait, and also trust the process, you know, that is a process, that is not like you're going to get results right away. It's like, yeah, you did give, you did invest, you did give time, you did put the effort, but wait, you know, don't get like, oh, I want to know now, or I want the results now. Probably it's going to take a while. So, you know, just trust the process. Trust the process. Don't rush it. Don't rush it, and wait. If you have, and well, for this like leukemia and AIDS test, I had to wait 11 days. I had to wait for the result. Ah, the human one for a horse as well. Ah, okay. Also Nervosil. Oh, you guys told me about Nervosil. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also, guys, she's going to have to be on Monday. She's going to hate me because she have to be, you know, she has to be like I cannot feed her. She has to go empty stomach. So. My hair. Yeah, on my list, I don't have much. I have someone requested this. I believe it's a Japanese. This is like a Japanese band. It's JO1. JO1, is it pronounced the group, the Japanese group? I believe it's, or is it 01? It's like a J and 01 or O1. I don't know. And I believe he's the leader. He says, oh, I don't even understand my handwriting. Yona Shiro or Yona Shino? Show. Why my writing is like this? Yona Shiro? Ah, JO1? Chenle? I was a bit hesitant about Chenle because isn't Chenle a Sagittarius? He's in a cusp. Yona Shiro Show. Well, I'm going to call him Show. I have the boys Sangyeon, and I have twice Jeongyeon, and Stray Kids Lino, and I have, well, now I added NCT Chenle. I was thinking about Wing Wing. No one asked me about Wing Wing. What's going on with us? Like, I love Wing Wing, but I don't know, maybe he doesn't have that many fans in my community. I love Wing Wing. Is he still in NCT? I believe he is. I don't know if he's active. Because you never know with Wing Wing, and And SM, I don't know. I only know that he is on his homeland. He's like doing his, probably he's doing better in there. He has gone for so long. Oh wow, really the same? Also, I don't know if you guys have, besides the Scorpio idols, if you have another subject or something that you want to ask. Not about hype, please. No hype, no Min Hee-jin. We are tired of that. We are tired of the drama. Tired. The parents really said copy paste. Wait, guys, I want to turn on this thing because I just find it very strange that. Oh, is it? Now it fell on the floor. And now I fell, and it's moving. Wait. Where did it fall? It fell on the ground. Well. Let's see if that's better. Oh, I dropped my. Also, I'm traveling with this thing that I had it on the that I had it on the it's like on the wall, but I'm going to put it over here where it initially was. So yeah, it's sort of traveling. It travels from upstairs, downstairs. Oh, the Boyz Q. You're right, Fluffy. I knew I was missing someone. I was thinking about like which other Scorpio idol, like, but they didn't mention Q. So what is going on with my community in Scorpio? What, do you have something personal with some Scorpio idols? Look, the death is looking at you. Ah. Gabi. Do any of us think of Scorpio idols other than you? This is the real. For me, yeah, I mean, I have a lot of Scorpio biases. I have like usually like Fluffy says, I have an eye for the Scorpio. Since I cannot date them, like my, I go and look for my Scorpio idols. Um, but for me, yeah, Utah is like the most Scorpio person like in the industry, and I was reflecting the other day. I was like, wow, I'm sort of shook that a group with the the style of neo culture of this group that is very futuristic, that they have a Scorpio, because usually I've seen a lot of air signs in that group. Um, their songs also are not that emotional. It's like lyric wise, it's not like, they do have some, but it's not like, oh, it's so deep. That's why if you listen to his solo work, you see like, oh yeah, this is like Scorpio music. But I wonder what they saw in Utah to incorporate him in the neos. Yeah. Yeah, because if you think about, for example, Win Win, well, Win Win, we don't see much of Win Win in NCT. I mean, he started, like, he had a good beginning with NCT. While he lasted, he had a good start. But he is a moon in Aquarius. So it sort of makes sense that, it's like he could get along with the group. Him being a moon in Aquarius, being very detached. But in the case of Utah just being this double Scorpio, I'm like, because also there's not much like water signs in NCT. There's some. We have the leader and everything. But it's not like, oh, they're so emotional. Most of them are very much like professionals. Yes, I did. I was listening to Utah's song on YouTube and saw a comment that said, the best thing about this song is that Utah gets all the lines. Yeah, that was the best. Yeah, I did read for Hunju. But for me as a fan, and I'm not a specialist on these things. I'm still adjusting to my bias being doing this J-rock thing or genre. It's not that I don't think that he can do it. Of course, he can pull it off. Actually, he does amazing. But there's something about me that I'm like, it seems brand new. I'm not still like, he did it well. But for me, it's like, it's something that I see him develop, like his taste for rock and everything. I see him talking about it like 3 years ago. So it's like, I'm still like thinking, like, yeah, he did well, like, it's great, it's a great concept, it suits him, but I'm still not convinced. I'm still like, I think that it's brand new. I think that I don't know why I think that he could do something else. Like maybe in that genre, but something else. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. I know it comes out wrong, but it's like, yeah, you did great, but I think that he would be much more than rock. I don't know, not pop, but oh, with all this drama, I distance myself from some groups, and I don't support fifth gen groups. So I don't know many Scorpios. Yeah, I'm just learning with people here about fifth gen because people talk about them. Because otherwise, I don't know who they are. Like I seen them, but it's not that I support them. I really think he was so natural. It feels like he's in this element to me. Like something a bit much more original, mix NCT experimental genre and J-rock or something. I don't know why I would like, I don't know, I think that Yuta would do very well with J-rock, but for me it's about like the lyrics. I can see him singing very deep songs. You know, if I believe that he does mention the word deep in the lyrics of his. He talks about depths. You know, when we think about Scorpio, it's about going into the deepness, going to the darkness, but also going into the deepness. You know, going. It's not just the darkness. You know, it's not like the aesthetics of like, oh, welcome to the darkness. Like this is my real me. Like I embrace my darkness. It's not that. You know, I think that for someone like Yuta, it's like, yeah, into my deepness or my depths, but also into being much more than, oh, my shadow, or like I'm an angel, or I am dangerous. I don't know. I don't know. I think that he has so much emotion in his voice and in his, that I would also love to see him singing something more melodic, and with a very deep message. Some songs have that, but that part of the J-rock where you scream to the mic and you're like, oh, that part I'm like, that's something I've seen other people do, but I don't think that I think that he can go deeper. I think that he has that potential of being that very deep artist. Not just performative, you know, not just like, oh, here I dress up and I have tattoos and I dress like in this way. I think that he has the potential of just, you know, you don't need to go all out. Like you can actually send the message and I don't know, show deepness, but from another perspective. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. A bit of DPR Ian. Yeah, not DPR Ian. He has very like interesting sounds. For Yuta, I think that it would be like so beautiful. Like the song. Is it so beautiful or beautiful? The DPR song. You know, that very dark, melancholic aesthetic. I don't know. Yeah, like save me. Like save me. He has that. So beautiful. Because I don't know. I think that. Because otherwise, you know what would happen is that other J artists had done what he sort of is aiming to do. You know, that whole style of the tattoos and just, you know, the red and black costume, like not costumes, but the style of clothing and the piercings and them dressing like devils or ghosts or you know, dressing like ghosts, you know, like that gothic, very dark costume. Like I was, it's not costume, but it's like a style, you know. Like I think that had been done in J-pop before. So I'm like, you know, Yuta, you could do. Like, but this is a great beginning. This is a great beginning. I don't know why I'm ranting about this, but this is my perception only. I think that he did great, but I think that he shouldn't, like, he shouldn't just go for that style. It's like you can, you know. Yeah, Visual K, exactly, user 13. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Visual K. Not Visual K. Yeah, the Visual K part. Yeah, that's what I think. That I think that is great that he's taking inspiration and that he's playing with this, and he looks amazing. He has he's so pretty, like he has the style, and he also has the K-pop training, so he is like, he has everything. He has the stage presence, he has everything. But I'm like, be careful of getting too comfortable in that, because I think that it has been done before, and it's like, you know, with his background, he should be able to do something more. You know, I know he can. I know he can. I know he can. Like, I don't expect him to get all romantic, you know, and just rainbows and everything, like pastel colors. But because I know that he loves, you know, the dark concepts. I'm sure he does. He's a double Scorpio. But I think that he should try not to follow other models, because he's not going to stand out. There's a lot of people doing it. And there's a lot of people being successful at it for a lot of years. So it's like, you can do something different. Yeah, I do love Gact. Also, guys, like, I don't know if some of you are watching Kingdom, the survival show Kingdom. What is going on with Kingdom? Like, I'm supposed to be doing an update for the groups that are participating, but I've seen a few clips of the stages. Why do they look so bad? Why does it look so bad, like a random stage? Why does it look so bad? Like, the other day I was rewatching Kingdom Legendary World, you know, of course that we had big names back then, you know, we had the Stray Kids, we have ATs, the Boys, Icon, B2B, SF9, did I say ATs? And maybe that's why it was amazing. But now I'm sort of seeing a few clips of some performances, and I'm like, why does this look so low budget? Like, it looks so awkward, the stages. Like, what is going on? It's like, it's great, they done perfect, but I'm not impressed. It's not something that I'm like, oh my God, this is the best performance. No. And I'm not, they're not standing up for me. They are not like, yeah, the song probably that they choose. I seen the other day a group doing a version of EXO, of Overdose, I believe. It looked like an Inkigayo stage, like random stage, like music show stage. What happened? No, actually, I just saw a record on YouTube and I was like, is anybody watching? I remember I subscribed to the is it M Countdown on NBC? I subscribed to their YouTube channel and then I just stopped. It looks like nobody wanted this, and it has half the budget of the seasons before. Yeah, I'm not impressed. I'm like, yeah, this was great, but I don't know. I remember when there was like clips of 80s performance and Stray Kids performance and the Boys performance. Like I would even watch like the individual cams. You know, I would watch each one of them from different perspectives. But in this one, I'm like, They did a version of Kick It, NCT 127 Kick It. No. It's a complex song, but I wasn't feeling it. I'm watching all variety shows from groups I like or spooky movies. The new variety I keep with us has people like I live alone. That's my problem with newer groups. They just don't have the impact. Yes, they don't have the impact. Yeah, I agree. Okay, I'm going to continue with, no, I'm not going to continue, I'm going to begin, actually, sorry, with this leader of this group, JO1, and the name is is it Yona Shiro or Yona Shiro? Well, Sho, Yona Shiro Sho. This is why I don't understand my handwriting. I believe it's an N, that I try to write an N. Yona Shiro Sho. My God. Yona Shiro. This R that I wrote here, Yona Shiro Sho. I call him Sho. Thank you. A double Scorpio. Wow. Wow. He was born one day before you. My potential bias then. I have to follow him. Okay. For Yona Shiro Sho. What is this card? Okay. We start with the Queen of Swords, Six of swords, the Knight of Wands in the middle, Seven of Pentacles, and Ace of Pentacles. And from the other deck, he got the card of the Empress. Yeah, I was going to say, who is this man and why is he so successful? Like, wow, either he has a lot of projects or he's about to launch a lot of projects, because there's a lot of prosperity in here for him. There's a lot of prosperity. And also I think that where he comes from is also, I mean, I think that maybe he traveled a lot, or he sort of had to do some modifications or changes in his life before, because we start with the Queen and the Six of Swords. So I wonder if he changed, either he's changed his mentality, or there's something about him changing, learning something new, maybe traveling overseas. There's something about him expanding his vision. But yeah, I mean, he is in a rush. We have the Knight of Wands in the middle, so I don't know what, like, it seems like he's trying to move on. Like, there's something about maybe like, I want to move on, I want to move on, I want to advance. I wonder if he's running away from something, but I don't think that it's like a scandal. I don't think that it's something negative. I think that he, especially in this period in his life, probably he's feeling like the rush. And also I think that probably he's trying to keep himself entertained. There's something about him not wanting to sit still. He probably, if in another years, he was a bit like patient, and he was like, okay, I will wait. Now he's like, no, it has to be now. We have to do this. We have to work on this. We have to keep advancing. We cannot stop. The moment is now. And probably these are individual gigs, because I know someone said that he is a leader, the leader of the group, but I think that he's in charge of being this probably motivating figure. I would say he moves a lot to probably get promotions or to get the group something that the group needs. He seems very like he really takes charge, or he really moves around to make things happen. But probably he also for himself, he's also working on something, or he's like creating something. I don't know if he's like part of the producer team, but I see him that he's investing in something. He's investing in a project, and he's sort of waiting for this. I don't know if maybe this project, individual project, is not going to be released yet. He has to wait. It's still a bit green, but nevertheless it's going to be a success. The last card, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So whatever project, investment that he has, it's like the waiting is going to be paying off. But yeah, I think that he's trying his best to keep his career alive. There's a lot of Pentacles in here, so probably he has been studying, or something he has been doing, traveling, trying to open his mind, or maybe learn about different businesses, because he's like, we have to take the opportunity now. It has to be now. It cannot be another day. It has to be now. So yeah, definitely he's very motivated, and he's sort of taking the opportunity now. Probably another years he was like, yeah, just let's stay with what we have. And now he's like moving around, moving places. His energy also feels like he's, I don't know why, when I see the Knight of Wands, it gives me the fireman. Not the fireman of the zodiac, literally like the fireman, like, you know, trying to put out the fire. There's something about him feeling in a rush. So I wonder if his birthday, like if his energy is similar to Utah's, I wonder if he also has a Mars in Sagittarius. Because it seems like his energy feels like I have to move, I have to go, I have to be here and here and here, and it's like he's on fire. Literally, he's going out, like trying to save people, situation, come up with something new, come up with solutions, you know. But probably the big thing or something that is very important for him when it comes to maybe money or success or a long-term success is going to have to wait a bit. It's still a bit green, but it's going to be successful at the end. And then he has the Empress. So see, this is like, maybe this year he felt very motivated to keep creating. There's something about him being like, this is our year, or this is a great moment for me. I cannot stop producing. I have to keep producing. I have to keep growing. I have to keep, getting as many opportunities as I can. I have to keep growing. I cannot just stand still and just wait for wonderful news to happen. Like, I have to keep moving for us. So definitely he is very inspired. He's very inspired. And also I think that probably he's doing very well. Like, the Empress is also someone that is very like abundant. So I wonder if he's also like selling products or selling something with his image, or he's like the ambassador of something. There's something about the mix of beauty and pleasure. And at the same time, it's like, oh yeah, they want me here, I go. They want me to do this over here, I will go. So he's like, okay, no time for rest. This year has been amazing, very productive for him, and probably is going to continue in 2025. And he's very motivated. He doesn't want to stop. He's like probably like doing very well. So he's like, I have to sort of go with the flow of the good things that are happening to me. I cannot stop. Okay. Okay. Yeah, like we should look forward to his new. I'm going to follow him actually. Now that you told me that he has almost the same placements as my bias, why didn't I know about this man before? Why no one told me? Like, why are you keeping this potential bias from me? Like, how old is he? First of all, because don't tell me that he's young, because he seems very proactive. But I don't know if he, like, this year has been like, I don't know if maybe he started like hanging out with different people that he studied, or he went overseas and he studied something, but with the Queen of Swords, it seems like his mind expanded, like his ideas expanded. The same? Oh, wow. Wow, literally the same. Literally the same. Wow. I didn't know about this person. Why? Another one that I know that is a Scorpio, and I believe is a leader as well, is of this group that Yuta actually, when he goes to Japan, I believe he hangs out a lot with this member of this group. Is it Exile? Is it Exile, the group? That, he was co-stars with this guy of that group, of this J-pop group, in this movie that he did, the live action movie that he did. And I believe that the leader is also Scorpio. That actually I haven't seen much, because I remember when he went to this variety show in Japan with NCT 127, that he was also, or is it Tribe? Is it Exile or Tribe? Why am I confusing the name of the group? Or is it Exile Tribe? Because I know that this group also has like different, like NCT, it has different units. They are very famous. Like they also do everything. They act. They have the group, and he's really good friends with this guy. That he always does the TikToks with this guy. That I believe that they have become very close friends, and I remember in that variety show that there was like actually a cupboard of the image of the guy, of the leader, because I don't know if he was in hiatus or if he had some, maybe like a health issue or something like that. He wasn't present, so they have like a cupboard of him. They have like the image of him. Exile Tribe. I knew it was like that. Yeah. He's so close with that member, because they did appear in that movie together. And it's really funny because that friend of his, that Exile member, is a Taurus. So it's so interesting that he becomes like, really close to this Taurus guy. I believe that member is like a rapper. I mean, he's like the rapper of the group. Okay, I'm going to continue with the Boyz Sangyeon, talking about leaders. Let's see the Boyz leader. Sangyeon. Let's see. Okay, for Sangyeon, we start with the Judgment. Six of Swords. The Six of Swords coming out for the Scorpios. Okay. The Star card. Ten of Pentacles. Four of Swords. And from the other deck, he got the card of the Ten of Cups, Repletion. A very interesting energy for Sangyeon. I think that his energy feels a bit much more calm. You know that usually, I think I read for Sangyeon at some point. I did an individual reading for him, and I got these vibes of him, being a bit emotionally, just, having a lot of things, like sort of feeling like very, you know, when you're too emotional that you become a bit like aggressive, like you are just like a ball of energy that you're like, don't talk to me, don't touch me, don't, you know, like I'm a bit nervous. I'm a bit like, I think that he has calmed down a bit. His energy feels a bit much more accepting. There's something about him, you know, with the Judgment and the Six of Swords, definitely he's waiting for a change. He, probably he and the group, I don't know if they already decided where they're going to go. But I think that he's like all ready to move on. His mind is already on the future. He's like, finally, we are moving on. I think that probably this was what kept his energy so out of balance and so erratic at the beginning of the year. You know, when I read for him, I got that his energy as a leader felt very, like he was going through a lot. You know, maybe it's a mix of him feeling responsible for the group, and at the same time, probably in his own personal life, he also had issues. So, you know, when you are in that period of your life where everything seems to be happening at once, well, for him, I think that's what happened. And now it's like finally it's the moment to wake up and sort of address that things are no longer the same and that we are moving on. We are moving on. We are advancing. But I think that until they didn't have this moment of like, okay, it's happening, he was a bit like susceptible. He was a bit sensitive. There's something about him being so sensitive, like, don't talk to me, like, I'm busy, don't talk to me, like, don't come to bring me drama, don't bring me bad news, don't tell me this, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to hear that you have issues with this person. Like, I think that honestly, I mean, the Boyz is a very large group. Definitely there's a lot of differences. But at the same time, I think that he also wasn't in a place where he was like, okay, yeah, I will listen to you and all your problems, and then the other one will come and talk bad about you, and I will have to listen to that again, and I will have to sit here and listen to you and be understanding and being like a mother, like a father figure. And he's like, no, you guys, like, you better resolve this on your own. We are grown people. Like, stop fighting for small things. Like, I don't have the patience for this. But now he's like slowly like going through this more liberating feeling. You know, also with the star card, there's something about him probably having more faith in the future. Him being like, okay, wherever we go, we are going to be better. We are going to do better because, you know, this is. I wonder if they already have like a company, or I think that they already know where they're going. Because we have the 10 of Pentacles and we have the 4 of Swords. So I think that they're going to get acquired by someone, probably a very well-established company, you know, probably a successful company, or at least stable in their numbers. But I also think that for this to happen, I mean, when this happens, when they announce this, they're probably going to go on hiatus, because I think that they need a break. First of all, at least from Sangyeon's perspective, is like, we need to move and sort of like get settled where we're going, and then I need a break. I need vacation. I need a vacation. Like, this is the part of him being like, finally we found a place, like we sort of accommodate ourselves in this new place, but then we go, each one, you go wherever you want to go, but we go on vacation separately. Because I think that he wants to be left alone. He just wants to be, he wants silence. He wants silence, definitely. Like, this year hasn't been easy for him. But I think that is because, thinking about future decisions, what is best for the group, a lot of things maybe happened in the dynamic of the group that he was a bit like, I feel out of control. I feel like I cannot resolve this. And no one is helping me. It's me and the guys, and no one is taking care of the leader's mental health. He probably was a bit overwhelmed and no one was giving him a hand or making things easier for him. But also, Sangyeon's energy also feels like he's someone that he probably runs out of patience very fast. So, when he gets sensitive, like I mentioned the other day, not the other day, a couple months ago, that I was like, if you see that he has a long face, that, that he doesn't look that nice, like in a good mood, don't bother him. Like, go away from him. He is like that, when he is sensitive, just let him be. Don't try to force your presence in front of him, because he's going to be very cutthroat, or he's going to ignore you, or he's going to say something that is not going to be nice. But yeah, also with the tens, see a lot of tens, 10 of cups, repletion. Repletion? Is it repletion? This is the keyword in this deck. I think that also there's something about him, probably he needs to recharge emotionally. I think that once this is done, and once they energetically, physically, mentally, they move to this new place, this new era, this new, and they all go together, because I think that this was what he was very worried about. This is why we have all these tens in here. There's something about him being like, we have to go, all of us together. We cannot leave one of them out. It has to be a decision of all of us. Or I have to get, how many are they? Like, they are 11, right? But I think that when I see these tens, I'm like, he's literally thinking about the 10 members. Like, he's not including himself in this. He's like thinking about the 10. It's like, I have to get the 10 of them. So I think that, he needs this to be a reality soon, in order for him to calm down. And also probably get a bit much more in touch with his emotionality, probably, open up a bit much more about, how he had been struggling, and how this wasn't a very pleasant era for him. He actually wasn't doing very well. Personally, I think that a lot of things happened to Sangyeon. I don't know, the cards don't let me see what is it, but I think that it was a mix of a lot of things, that he was angry at himself, angry at others, a lot of things. Like, thank God I don't see here in his future that he feels the weight on the shoulders. No, he is much more relaxed now. He's sort of also letting things to the universe, and being like, okay, it will be whatever it will be. This is why we have the star card. And also he's probably believing that, that they have the star quality. There's something about him sort of being like, yeah, we are stars. We deserve a star treatment, or we deserve good things or good opportunities coming for us. The good thing is that I see stability in this place. I see it. I mean, it sounds secure. It seems secure. But I think that it's not that they're going to start right away. I think that they will need a break before. And in this is why, with the Ten of Cups, I think that also probably he wants to have some time for himself to sort of rebuild, or put much more of himself, to have better relationships with his loved ones, not just with the group, but probably with his family, with his friends. There's something about him feeling like, I have left people I have abandoned my people because I had to do this or I was going through this, so I didn't have the time to pay them attention, to give them the best version of me. He was so lost in this process. He was so worried. He was so nervous that I think that he also isolated himself from the people that he loved. You know, probably he took a time out. You know, it's like he didn't see them that much, or when he saw them, it was very brief. But I think that he's like, no, I have to give it to them. I have to give it back to my people. I have to show them that I appreciate them and that they matter, that my family matters, that my loved ones matter, that it's not just work, work, work. But yeah, I think that he's changing. His energy feels much more at ease now that some decisions are already been done. Yeah, Sangyeon looks like he's clutching his teeth 24/7. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is like, and it's so valid, because actually he does, like, at least when I read for him in the cards, I see it, I sense it, I sense it. He is not going to sugarcoat things for the members. He's not going to be like, oh, I'm like your father, I'm like your mother, like, come here, give me a hug. No, he's going to bite you. He's going to give you tough love. He's going to give you. He's a very tough guy. I don't know about his upbringing, but he's a very masculine guy. You know, he's very masculine, and also, you know, maybe his surroundings, like family and everyone, he's surrounded by a lot of masculine attitude. So probably if the members are too sensitive or too, it's like, he's like, take it or leave it, but this is how I communicate. This is how I am talking to you. It's not personal. It's my way of expression. I am like this. I am like this. But at least I'm honest. If I'm not in the mood, I'm telling you to your face, I'm not in the mood. Don't bother me. Go away. Oh. My friend, five placements of Scorpio buys out of love. Her birthday was also yesterday. Yeah, just very, very tough. It's like, I will bite you because I love you. Like, I'm going to pinch you or scratch you, but because I love you, I want to destroy you because I love you so much. Even during the blog, he was going out around town visiting museums on his own, not with other members. He seems to want time for himself, yes. Yeah, he definitely does. He wants time for himself, definitely. He's tired, he's tired. He's like, I don't want to hear my phone ring again. I want silence, like, stop calling me, stop calling me. It's like, stop calling me, I'm not your mother. Like, fix your own problems. Okay, I'm going to continue with Twice, Jeongyeon. That her birthday was yesterday, Akira said. Okay, for Jeongyeon, we have the Page of Swords, a Queen of Cups, 5 of Cups, 7 of Swords, the Emperor. And we have the card from the other deck, the Sun. It's so tough. It's so tough. It's so tough. Jeongyeon's energy. I think that. I mean, the good thing is that she started this year to sort of like standing out for herself and probably demanding things for herself that now we see, like we see the outcome of her, like, you know, having her individual activities or her, I see her much more assertive, much more like on the defensive, or maybe just like you know, being very outspoken a bit much more than in the past, because she is definitely like a very emotional person. She knows it. She knows that she is like a huge energy of a very compassive mother. I would say she's always thinking about the others. She's always thinking about like what the others need. But at the same time, I think that she learned to also speak up for herself, you know. And also, I think that she probably, like, because I also see this page of source as in another member. So I wonder if she sort of took another member under her wing, or if she expressed at the beginning of the year, maybe she expressed certain concerns for this member, and it's like she has been working in her getting close to this member. I don't know why. It could be someone of the Magne line, you know, someone that seems very like younger than her, and probably a bit inexperienced, and probably with a tough exterior or with a very cold attitude. And I think that she has been sort of working her relationship with this person, and trying to get close to this person, trying to, I would say, even protect this person. There's something about her feeling like maternal instincts for this member, and be like, I have to protect her, I have to take care of her, you know. And I don't know if this member was actually ready to receive this, but I see her very focused on someone, just being like, is she okay? Is she like, you know, is she going to do okay? Like, you know, she's going to do this new, and I don't know, like, should I go with her? You know, sort of thinking like a mother, you know, thinking like, you know, this is the first time that she does this. Should I go with her? You know, should I accompany her? You know, I think that she's very dependent on certain people. She's very dependent on certain people. But at the same time, you know, I think that with the Five of Cups in the middle, definitely there's something about Jeongyeon's energy that I think that she this year there's something about her probably not getting, like, she worries so much about others that she often forgets about herself. This is something that I would be like, you know, if I was her therapist, I would be like, you know, you should, you know, focus on you, like, not so much on the others, because I see her just like, you know, feeling very sorry for other people, or maybe even another, like, female colleagues, you know, another female idols, another female artist. There's something about her feeling so much empathy for others, or just like when she sees someone suffering, she feels it as if this is happening to her. So, and I think that this has like a very this is something that actually talks more about her own circumstances than what is going on with the other person. It's like, you know, I would ask her, like, who are you trying to protect? Like, are you trying to protect the others, or are you trying to protect yourself or your younger self? You know, I think that she feels she's still, you know, mourning something from the past, or she's still very affected. Probably this year also has been very emotional. She still had to deal with certain losses, you know, maybe, you know, maybe, I don't know if she had done therapy, but there's something about her also still working with her emotions, and still there's a part of her that feels very guilty for something, or feels very sorry for maybe a part of herself that she cannot recover. You know, this is someone that she's still in the process of mourning something. Maybe her past life, maybe her past circumstances. There's something about her just not being entirely healed. You know, she's not 100% over this process. She's still, you know, from time to time she can have these very emotional outbursts that you're like wow, what's going on? Or maybe crying out of nowhere or getting emotional, and you're like, did I say something wrong? Did I trigger her with something? No, but I think that it's all from a place that she just needs to experience sadness. You know, she needs to, if she feels sorry for herself or if she feels like very sad, she just has to live it. She has to feel it instead of trying to cover it, you know, and be like, oh, I'm okay, yeah, I'm okay, I'm doing great. No, there's moments that she actually is not. She's looking back at the past, and she's thinking like, oh, I lost this, or I lost all these opportunities. Or maybe she's reflecting and thinking like, oh, I lost this when this happened, you know, sort of going back to what initiated this whole, you know, very chaotic moment in her life. But then, you know, we have the Seven of Swords and we have the Emperor. So I think that now and probably at the beginning of the year, she's going to still focus on her work, and there's something about her sort of, you know, running away, I would say, a bit from this sadness and sort of focusing on working. I don't know why I feel like she's going to be working with a lot of male energy, or probably there's a very influential man, like the owner of a business or something, you know, someone very influential, someone older, very well established, that is going to ask her to work with him. So this is going to be a great opportunity for her to stop looking at this, stop being in this very sad mood, and sort of like distract yourself and go work with this person, or go and collaborate with this person. You know, if this person calls you, you go and you work with him and you do what he tells you, because he has great ideas. So there's something about her having to you know, focus on this person. This person is going to give you a stability, but also this person could be a bit bossy, could be, his character could be a bit like old-fashioned and just very authoritarian, I would say, very opposite of her. But there's something about this person sort of teaching her, you know, coming into her life to be a sort of a teacher. So this person is like, you know, you gotta get tough. You gotta get tough in this business. And we are going to work together, and I'm going to show you how. Because I think that this person is going to take her away, you know, from the, I don't want to say like from her feeling sorry for herself, because I think that she has every right to feel, if she's feeling sad or if she's feeling pity for herself, like she has every right to mourn wherever she wants to mourn. But there's something about this person distracting her and being like, get out of there, there's nothing for you there, let's go working together, let's do this together, like I will invite you here, come with me. And at first it's going to be like, really, these two? Like, it sounds a bit like different. But I think that this is what she needs. You know, she needs someone that can be a bit like, you know, almost, I don't know why it gives me military vibes, like very bossy, like very structured, someone that sounds like a boss. But very masculine, very raw. But at the same time, this person is going to be very straightforward with her. It's like, let's go, no excuses, let's do this, let's do this. Could it be also a trainer? Could it be like someone that wants to train her with her body? There's something about this person being like very tough and being like, come on, let's go, let's do this, let's compete. This is why it gives me workout, like, not just exercise, but also competition. It's like you have to bring your body to the fullest, you know, and also helping her like sort of face her own fears, like maybe she doesn't want to do this very demanding job, but this person is like, no, now that you're here with me, you're going to do them. You can do this. You can do this. You just have been postponing this for so long, but you actually can do this. Like, I'm going to train you, and you're going to get very tough. So this is great. Now I'm curious. Now I'm curious because it's a way of taking her out of this, of her sabotaging her own opportunities. Because I think that she's too invested, or she's almost getting like this paranoid mother. You know, she's like watching at the other members, and it's like, should I go help her? Should I go do this for her? And it's like, no, focus on you. Focus on you. Like, focus on your individual work. Like, she definitely needs this. And we have the sun. We have the sun card. So definitely, like, brighter days are coming for 2025 for Jeongyeon. Definitely. But I think that this person is key. This person is key, because if it wasn't with this attitude, she would find a way to avoid certain things. So she needs, you know, this very tough person to be like, let's go, let's do this, let's work together. And she probably at the beginning is like, no, I cannot do this. And this person is like, why? Those are excuses. Let's do this. Very tough, very tough. Yeah, I know she mentioned that she trains tennis, but I wonder if she's going to enter a competition. But she's going to master this. She's going to master this. She's going to do great. Okay, let's continue with the Stray Kids Lino. Wow. Wow, Lino. Wow, like I'm sort of like, I look at these cards and I'm like, whew. Is he angry at someone? Is he angry at someone? Because like, I don't see any specific, but I think that he is not, these days, he's not feeling that patient. These days, he's not feeling that patient. Like, Page of Waters. Okay, for Lino, we start with the devil. We have the Tower. We have the King of Wands, the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune. And from the other deck, we have the Page of Cups. So, I wonder, like, oh my God, like, is he like threatening someone to leave? Because here, these are very powerful cards. It's like, you know, I'm no longer your servant. Like, if I had an attachment, in attachment to you, like, I'm setting myself free. I'm burning everything to the ground. Like, I don't know you anymore. Like, you are no longer my friend. You are no longer anything for me. I destroy everything. I wonder if he was like in a relationship. I don't know. I don't see someone. I have the page of cups in here, but I don't see. I think that he ended something, maybe a connection that was a bit toxic, and he's like, not with me. And seeing him as this king of wands in the middle, he's looking at this. He's like looking at this, and he's like, bye-bye, farewell. I wish you a good life. A good life, I wish you. You are dead to me. Something like this. Very dramatic. Very dramatic. So I wonder who pissed him off like this. Who pissed him off like this? And also I think that there's something, it could be, I mean, we're talking about Scorpio, so definitely this has to be like an emotional connection. This has to be like a former partner or a friend, someone that he was like, you know, we were like this, you know, we were like very close, but all of a sudden, like, I'm deciding that I don't want to be associated with you anymore, so I'm cutting the chains, I'm liberating myself from you. You are no longer part of my life, bye. And also he's like becoming much more mature, you know, the King of Wands, it's very fitting because he has the moon in Sagittarius, so seeing this King of Wands, I think that he is maturing, but also he's like confronting, you know. I don't know if someone lied to him or they kept something from him, because he's sort of looking at this mess. He's looking at this sort of fall, he's looking at this distraction, and he's like watching this, you know, from his throne, of course, you know. So definitely he doesn't feel like a victim, he doesn't feel like, you know, like, oh, poor me, I feel so sorry. No, actually he feels much more empowered. He feels like, I told you so. I told you not to mess with me. I told you not to mess with me. You messed with me and now you're gone. But I think that he's very proud of himself, of being able to cut people like this. I think that he feels like a sort of like rebirth. He's like, oh, I'm feeling good about myself. I'm feeling so good. Like, I'm feeling so powerful. Like, every time I cut something that is not good for me in my life, I feel like rejuvenated. You know, he feels so, like, he's like, wow, I have the power to do this. You know, and I think that this probably is an evolution in his character. You know, maybe in the past he felt a bit not in the conditions to say goodbye to something or someone that he knew that was hurting him or that it wasn't good for him. Because with the devil as the first card, definitely there was like an attachment. You know, this is why it's not easy to break an attachment, but when you have the tower, definitely it's like, yeah, in the final hours, it had to be destroyed. It had to be destroyed. Like, there's no way we're going to get back together, or there's no way we're going to reconcile. So whoever got him to make this drastic decision pissed him off, definitely. And we have also the Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune. So there's something also about him. I see his energy very, like, I know he is very rebellious in nature, but I think that also there's something about a company. You know, this is the company card for me. But with the Wheel of Fortune, I think that he's like, you know, also feeling a bit rebellious when it comes to the company, maybe, you know, him not being so satisfied with this and sort of asking the company to be less rigid. And he's like, I want to change. Like, give me what I want, because I want movement. I want to change. Change me. Like, change my location, change what I'm going to do, change my schedule, but give me something to do. Give me something to do. I need to be busy. Like, he's sort of like taking charge of his life. Probably if this is him having like a sort of fallout with someone, I think that he's like, his way to get over this is like, change me places, change me of location, give me something to do, but don't keep me just like with a structure and with discipline and with a routine. I don't want routine. I want something different. Give me something different. I need to be busy. So, so yeah, and I also think that he is not asking please. He's like, I need a change me. So I don't know if maybe this fallout was with someone of the company that is inside the company, but there's something about him also asking change in his environment. He's like, yeah, I need changes, so get me out of here. Something like this. But yeah, with the Page of Cups, I think that also he's, there's something about him sort of liberating himself and maybe opening up emotionally. There's something about him being like, yeah, this was an ending, but this doesn't mean that I don't have the ability to love and appreciate someone again. The Page of Cups is like, okay, I'm ready to receive the love, or it could be the love of the fans, it could be him also becoming much more romantic towards the fans, or like, I think that he got rid of someone that was sort of like making him feel very miserable and very angry. So you can sense that there's going to be a change. You're going to see a much more charming Lino, probably him in a better mood, just probably a bit much more romantic, if that's possible. Like him being willing to role play, like you talking about feelings and love and just being a bit much more, like cute, like let me love you, like, oh, I will let you love me, or something like this, a bit more docile, like, and you've been like, what is going on with Lino? Lino is not like that. Lino is not that sweet, but he actually is about to enter that era. He's about to enter that era, definitely, because I think that he's going through a major transformation. He already left this person behind, I would say, but it was dramatic. It's like he sort of, he saw how this person was manipulating him, and he was like, oh no, how didn't I see this happen? Like this person was manipulating me this whole time. Yeah. I try to clarify, what he's asking of the company, with the Wheel of Fortune, and also with the Six of Pentacles. He probably, like, is Stray Kids, like, are they all signed with, like, did they renew, or, is their contract okay with JYP? Because I see a contract here, so he wants to review certain things about his contract. Yeah, my bias is always angry. Yeah. He's reviewing the contracts. He's reviewing certain things. So yeah. Good luck to Lino. I'm going to continue with NCT Chenle. Lot of major arcanas, lot of major arcanas. Great cards for Chenle. Great cards for Chenle. Okay, he got the High Priestess, King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands in the middle, the Judgment, Temperance. And this card, I cannot show it because it's sensitive, but he got the card of the Three of Swords, Grief. Yeah, I think that Chenle is a very strong guy. I think that not a lot of things shook him. There's something about Chenle just like, I think that he, like, is this man really rich? Because I see the King of Pentacles and I'm like, you know, like, why do I feel like he doesn't need to be an idol to earn money? But at the same time, you know, he is stable, maybe he has money, but there's something about him just not telling people anything. If he has a business or if he has money, or it's like, yeah, you probably know, but I'm not going to tell you the details, or I'm not going to, you know, like exude something. It's like he is very selective. In this case, I could sort of see if, you know, he is in the cusp of, you know, Scorpio and Sagittarius. Definitely there's a part of him that he's very Scorpio in that sense of just being very selective with what he knows. You know, he definitely knows things. He's also very wise about how to handle his own money. So even though he does have it and he doesn't have to worry about this, he probably knows a lot about business as well. So I think that his greatest strength is not just about like, oh, my family has money. It's not about that. It's also he's business smart. He's business smart. And everything that he knows about business, he doesn't share it with others. He doesn't share it with others. It's like you would expect him to be like, oh, he's going to spill the tea. No. The important things that he knows, he doesn't say it. He doesn't say it. He's like, yeah, what I have and how much I have, I will not tell you. I will not tell you. You just have to know that I'm stable. But I will never, like, he hides it very well. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people that are very interested in how much money he has, or, you know, or maybe about business decisions. You know, maybe people asking him like, oh, what do you think that is going to happen with SM? Or what do you think is going to happen to us from this business perspective? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. He probably dismisses everyone with a joke or with humor or just being sarcastic, but he has a lot of wisdom. He knows a lot. He just knows a lot. It's just that he and I think that there's something that this also is his power. That he's so wise that he knows a lot about money and about people. There's something about him being really good at reading people. So it's like he has the best of both worlds. You know, him being stable financially, but at the same time, he's very, he's like, yeah, I do have it, but I also know how to keep it. Or I know how not to expend it or how to administrate this. So he's very jealous of his things, of his possessions. It could be knowledge or it could be physical things. He's like, I'm not going to tell you. You don't deserve to know. You don't deserve to know. So he's super generous with the people that he loves. You will see it if he buys something for someone, it's because he loves that person. But otherwise, I would say he's very cheap. He's like, it depends on what you ask him to buy or to share. He's like, yeah, I don't know, I don't have money, something like this. But he's so smart. He's so smart, and probably is he studying business? Because I see him very mature. Like he's really into the business. Like he really knows a lot of things. But he knows them through experience, not from reading books. He knows that maybe his family knows about business. And because he doesn't like to lose. There's something about him like, I will never lose. I will never lose. And the Ace of Wands in the middle, I think that he is, there's something about him feeling excited again maybe about the group. Maybe the group is going to do more activities, or maybe the group has done very well. So there's something about him sort of regaining passion and confidence for the new beginnings. You know, he's actually starting to feel the excitement of maybe, you know, going on concerts or just doing different activities. I see the NCT Dream is going to have a lot of activities in the future, in the near future, but I think that he's like, yeah, let's do this. This could be his Sagittarius part. You know, him being like, let's do this, I'm ready. I want to go. I'm ready. Take me with you. I'm ready. And also I think that I think that he definitely there's things that hurt him. Also, you know, with the Judgment and with the Temperance, and also because we have the card of the Three of Swords, grief. I think that Chenle is a guy that he's very brave. He's very brave. His persona is very brave. He's someone that faces life, faces circumstances. He's a very strong guy. Like you really, like mentally and physically, it's not easy to break someone like Chenle. Definitely he's older than his own age. He's already a King of Pentacles, so you know the guy has experience, he has mastered himself. He also has a lot of stamina, he has a lot of energy. He seems very motivated and excited, but at the same time with the Judgment and the Temperance, there's something about him sort of showing me that you know, he also had these moments, and he's probably also still going through these moments of sometimes he feels sad, sometimes he feels affected by what people say of him or of the group. I don't think that is about him. I think that he feels sad for the group, or maybe he feels sad for NCT, for what is going on in NCT. There's a bit of, with the Judgment, I think that he definitely is seeing a lot of changes. Maybe he's seeing also a lot of truth. He's seeing a lot of mask fall. He's seeing a lot of things that are changing, and he's like, you know, like the Sagittarius part of placements that he has. There's something about him transforming these difficult moments, because I think that energetically being where he is very difficult. You know, I think that there's moments that what he gets very sensitive about is the fear of losing a member. You know, there's something about him, you know, probably in the moment he sort of had to go and work and do his part. It's like, it's the best I can do. I will go and do my part, and that's it. But at the same time, there's a part of him that maybe through the months, you're going to start to see that if you ask, or if someone asks Chenle, like, how did you go through these very harsh times of maybe the groups having a hiatus, or maybe someone being in hiatus, and him really getting very sensitive, like just very emotional, and just being very honest that actually he was suffering, actually he was sad. You know, this is why we have the Three of Swords. definitely he is a very stable person. He knows how to get up and go to work. But there are some things that this year had really affected him emotionally. This is why we have the card of grief. You know, definitely he probably was this close to actually being very fearful for losing a member or losing someone. Or maybe in his own personal life, he lost someone. You know, this is why we have the card of grief. Maybe he lost a family member, maybe he lost a friend. There's a lot of things that actually go through Chenle's part that I don't think that is about like, oh, I'm sensitive. It's more like, it's a spiritual thing. I think that at the end, he's a very sensitive guy, and changes and transformations and, you know, and things and challenges that he has to face with the group or for being inside the group, that maybe I think that there's certain things that they don't happen to him directly, but it happens to a teammate of his or a member of his, and it feels like it happened to him. This is why he's like, you know, whatever happens to me, I'm strong. I can take it. But when they hurt my members, that's when I feel like I get sensitive and I feel so fragile, and I want to cry. I feel like a deep sadness, and I don't know why, because I'm okay, or, you know, I'm able to get up and get going, and I'm a strong. He's really a very strong guy. He's a very strong guy. But I think that a lot of things had been happening to his people, maybe to his team members, and he's like, maybe he was worried at some point, or he just felt very sad. That, you know, he's like healing from that. You know, he's healing from that. But it definitely affected him. This was a very challenging year for him. This was a very challenging year for him. And I think that he grieved. He really was worried. He really was worried. And probably there's a part of him that if you ask him about it, he's going to cry. He's going to get emotional. Because, yeah, a lot of things are tough. And I think that definitely when you see the cards that he gets, he's like, you know, this pain is not mine, but I feel it like it's mine, because it happens to the people around me, or it happens to my friends, or it happens to the people that I love. So if they are grieving or if they are hurting, I am hurting as well. You know, so he's a very sensitive guy. It's just that he doesn't show it. You know, he just gets up and goes to work. But I think that this year, you know, this year has been tough for him, and he's healing. You know, I think that there's a part of him that he's still in disbelief. He's like, no, I'm okay. I don't need anything. You know, like the typical Sagittarius placement. Like, I don't need anything. I'm okay. Everything is okay. Like, we are going to go on tour. Like, we have a new passionate beginning very soon. So I'm busy. I don't have time to be sad. But actually, he's sad. He's sad. He's very sad. It's just that he doesn't have like the emotional language to be like, this is how I feel. He may be a Scorpio, but he doesn't have that many water placement to get in contact with his sensitivity or his vulnerability. It's like he covers it very fast. It's like, no, I'm not feeling anything. And he lives with a joke, or he lives with a very sarcastic remark. But he doesn't face his vulnerability. He doesn't face it. Oh. Okay, I'm going to continue with the Boyz Q. Q. Chanbin. Chanbin. Chanbin needs a change. Chanbin needs a change. He needs a change. He's sort of fed up with everyone, I would say. Oh, I mean, for Chanbin, we start with the 9 of Pentacles. Poor guy, he's so tired. Ace of Swords. Actually, the card that fell on the floor, it was the Ace of Swords. Page of Swords in the middle, 3 of Pentacles, and the Emperor. And from the other deck, we have the card of the Death, the Death card. So definitely moments of transformation. You know, this is very fitting for a Scorpio idol, Scorpio season. Definitely he's transforming, he's transmuting. Honestly, with all these swords and with the 9 of Wands, I think that there's something about Chanbin just being very sharp with words. Very sharp. I would even say that, you know, just like we talk about Sangyeon, you know, and Sangyeon also having, you know, this very real attitude, no BS, you know, not sugarcoating things, and I think that for Q is the same. I think that Q definitely is. His way of communication with some members is not the nicest, and in this, it's not him being cute. It's him being brutally honest, I would say. And I think that probably this year, because of all the pressures, you know, he definitely feels, he's a very stressed guy. This guy is very stressed. He's very stressed. It's his body, I feel his energy very nervous. And I think that every time I read for Q, it's the same. I think that he hasn't changed a bit. I think that he gives good ideas. I think that his mind, his ability to see the flaws, the defects, you know, we need to change this, we need to do this, we cannot do this, you know. He definitely is very smart. He's very fast to react, you know, but at the same time, I think that he can be a bit cruel from time to time. He can hurt with words, you know. There's something about his language or the way he says things, it's never good. If you ask him, like, I would say that he even can be negative. Like, if you ask him for a feedback, it's probably going to be negative. It's going to be like, you ask him like, okay, give me a feedback. How did I do? And he's going to be brutally honest. He's going to be like, you did awful. Like this, you know, like this. And I think that there's something about him always like being on the attack. Like he's sort of defending himself / attacking others. But I think that definitely has to do because, you know, maybe this year has been very stressful. Maybe he didn't get the results that he wanted. You know, he also takes it very personally that he's like, okay, maybe it was me. You know, maybe I didn't guide you guys right. I didn't communicate right. You didn't get what I wanted to do. I see that, I wonder if he's in charge of certain ideas. So there's something about him, you know, having to deliver certain ideas or just put some ideas into practice, but maybe the message is not understood or it's taken by the others not not in a not in a good way. So they sort of don't do what he says, or they do the opposite, and he gets all nervous because of this. Also with the Page of Swords, I think that there's definitely there's immaturity in Q's reaction. There's something about him reacting. Like if you say something to him, he's like the typical Scorpio, I would say. He will sting you. He will sting you back if you attack him, or if you do something that maybe you're playing with him, but you do it in a very in a cute way, and he sort of is like, no, you attacked me. He takes it seriously. He takes it seriously, and he hasn't changed. He hasn't changed. But also the Page of Swords, I think that probably he also is frustrated with himself, because I believe that he still feels like he's a page in comparison to others. Maybe he's comparing himself to others, and he's like, oh, this person started around the same time as me, and they are already in a higher level than me, and I'm still stuck here in this very beginner's stage. Like I feel like I'm a pupil. I don't feel like they respect me, like they see me as an authority. I don't feel respected. This is why I attack, because I don't feel that you respect me. I don't feel like you take me seriously. And for me, it's serious. I'm giving my all to this group. I'm giving my all. I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge. But I think that probably it's this frustration. He's so frustrated, or he's so angry, or he's so nervous. Maybe about the future, maybe about future performances. But he is just so sharp all the time. So it's really hard to get Q to get to the heart of Q. There's something about like you cannot get to Q's emotions or sensitivity. I don't know how his relationship is with the other members, but it seems like it's really hard to get to him. It's really hard, because if you get close to him, he will attack you. Even if you say the nicest thing or the nicest compliment to him, he will always attack you. He will question you. Like, why are you being nice to me? Why are you saying this about me? Are you mocking me? Are you making fun of me? Are you being sarcastic? Why? Like, he's like, don't talk to me. Don't. Like, the best way for you to not get attacked by Q is to ignore him. Like, get out of his way. Don't make eye contact with him, because if you make eye contact, it's probably that he's going to come after you. And there's something just really, like, it's really hard to have a peaceful, like, relationship with him. He's always on the defense. Always. 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 You will never get him relaxed. No. No. So I wonder if he also, I think that also with the Three of Pentacles and the Emperor, there could be, maybe if they change companies, if there's like the change coming, that we also have the Death card. So a lot of things are going to change in his surroundings, So I think that probably this change, also the Three of Pentacles, teamwork and everything. Probably this change, maybe this change of company, this change of management, is going to give Q the possibility to have a stability in his career, or maybe they are going to give him a stable role where he actually feels like respected, where he feels like an authority, where he finally is like, okay, this is my role. No one is going to steal this from me. Like I have, like these are the guidelines, it's very stable. Or I have a new boss, or I have a new CEO, or I have a new, a new group of people that they are so stable and they are so good at executing ideas that they give me the stability that I need. or they give me the confidence. They sort of like inspire me to do better, and they give me a stability, me and the group, both of us, like the group and I, because we have the group and I. So I think that probably this place is going to give them more like a sense of belonging, and also they're going to give them rules. You know, there's something probably about him thinking that maybe the group lacks stability. The group doesn't have rules. The group doesn't regulate themselves. So this is why I can see him shouting at others. I can see him threatening others. It's like, come on, guys, we have to get this. Like, this is, I'm not joking. We have to do this, you know. So I think that probably, you know, there's going to be a change in the dynamic, because probably, I don't know, maybe the CEO or maybe whoever runs this place is going to be much more authoritarian, or they're going to fear this person, or this person is going to be very, like, just very impactful, or just like have a strong presence and have strong ideas, and they are going to put him like, again, like I mentioned with the Emperor in another reading, is giving me military training camp. Like you know, like you guys all march at the same rhythm. Like, you know, there's something about like, in here we do things like this. We do things like this. So you better follow the rules. Otherwise there's going to be consequences. So there could be that they have like a new CEO or someone that is very scary, or they fear him somehow, or they respect him. But yeah, probably a bit much more of a stability, because yeah, we have the death card. So definitely Changbin is going to have this sort of transformation. At the moment, I don't see it. I think that is going to happen at some point, but it's still, you know, with the Page of Swords in the middle, I think that he's still, you know, his energy feels still very much on the defensive. He probably has a lot of differences with people. I think that he always has differences. Like, I think that you are not safe with Q. You can be his favorite person, but one day he wakes up with the wrong foot and he can say something very hurtful. He can say something very painful to you. So yeah, I think that he needs to do some healing. He needs to go to therapy, that poor guy, because the emotions. No, there's a lot of chaos in there. There's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of nervousness. There's a lot of reactivity. You know, reactivity, nervousness, reactivity. It's like, I have to attack you before you attack me. Like something like this. It's really tough. I don't think that the guys actually are able to get loving, cute, affectionate Q. I think that is really hard. It's really hard. Even when he likes you, he still is a menace. He sounds like a crazy fierce cat. You know those cats that you can look in the eyes or they pounce on you. Yeah, like that. And he's so suspicious all the time. Just in case he brings the sword. Just in case. Oh my. But I have been getting this energy from Q from a very long time, and he is one of my biases in the Boyz. But definitely, like he always gets this very erratic. Like, I cannot say like, oh guys, actually in private he's a sweetheart. No, no. Okay, I'm going to continue with the last one, with Black Swan Gabi. See the cards. Let's see the cards for her. Black Swan Gabi. All these ones. Wow, all these ones. Well, definitely this woman, it seems like, does she do something besides being an idol? Because I see her very proactive. Very proactive. There's a lot of, like I think that she has her frustration, because with all these ones, definitely there's frustration. She maybe overworked herself. This is why I'm asking, like, does she have another jobs? Because I see her very busy. And I think that there's moments where she sort of feels, why do I feel Aries energy? I feel like Aries energy, Aries. Well, we start for her with the 10 of Wands, 2 of Wands, Ace of Wands in the middle, 6 of Wands, and 9 of Wands. So a lot of activity, a lot of activity. And we have, from the other deck, we have Queen of Cups. So yeah, she's all fire, but yeah, inside she's very loving. She's very loving. I would say she has like a mother archetype. She's very loving with her own people. Inside, she's very emotional as well. But I think that all these cards, I don't know, maybe this year has been very busy for her, and I can see her next year is going to be like this as well. There's no moment actually for reflection or just stopping. I think that she just needs to keep going. She feels so inspired. Also, the Ace of Wands is like she probably finished a project and is now thinking about a new one. That is going to get her actually a lot of recognition, but at the same time, probably she's going to feel a bit like overworked, or she's going to feel like very tired, or there's something about her feeling very responsible for the group, maybe. You know, she feels like, you know, I have to keep making content, or I have to keep working and doing these things on the side because I cannot stop. I need to keep doing something. This is a person that refuses to stay still waiting for some opportunity to show up at her door. No, she's much more like a go-getter. She's like, no, I will go. But I think that she does it because she doesn't have another way. There's something about things just, you know, things have been very difficult for her. Things have been very difficult from the beginning. But at the same time, she's like, I can endure it. I can endure it. Like, you know, I think that maybe she's like, okay, maybe I took too many projects. Some of them didn't work. Some of them didn't actually, they didn't pay off. But she's still, you know, she's still like looking at what's new. This could be a very hyperactive person, you know, very energetic, maybe someone that, or maybe her role in the group is to work with her body and with her strengths and with her physical, yeah, with her physical body, with her stamina, with her movements. I don't know, I see her just very, it's all about the movement. This is why she keeps advancing, because it's like, okay, this didn't work, I will go to the next one. She's always looking at the future. She's very hardworking, very hardworking. But definitely I do see here that there's like a tendency of her probably using these activities or these, you know, keeping herself busy just to forget about certain things or forget about her struggles. You know, she really struggles. She does struggle. She probably has a lot of moments where she's like, I cannot do this anymore. But she keeps going. You know, something new comes up and she's like, okay, I gotta go. I gotta go and do this new thing that comes up. You know, she's very creative. She's very creative, very resourceful. She's like, she gets ideas out of somewhere and she's like, okay, I will go. I will show up. I will do this. And she shows a lot of enthusiasm. You know, she's very passionate about what she does. She's not someone that is like, oh yeah, whatever, I have to do this and be here and go this place. And like, I don't really want to. No, she's so passionate. She's so passionate. She probably is in charge of creating things as well, because I see her just very, very much like, ideas, and not just ideas. I think that she also comes up with plans. There's something about her thinking like, maybe I should call this person. And this is so interesting of her, how she can transmute, when you are at your lowest, or you are in this very low point in your life where you're like, okay, I think I will give up, I'm tired. But then in those moments, very low moments, she remembers something. Something sparks in her mind, and she's like, wait, I can call this person and ask them for this. And then she, her energy is like the idea, the possibility, something new appears out of nowhere, and it's like here for you. The universe is like here for you. So I would say she's a mix of lucky and at the same time very motivated person, because I think that she's like someone that you don't even have to say the words. You don't even finish the sentence. She's already out the door. She's already out the door. She's like, I will make time. I will do it. I will do it. The six of wands also with the 10 of wands. See, she's so she's going to be very busy. She's going to be very busy. There's a new project. There's something new that she's already working on. It's going to do well. It's going to do well for her, like in a sense that probably it's going to do well for her, like people talking about her or maybe mentioning her more. But at the same time, there's this part of, I don't know, maybe is Black Swan going to have a comeback, or they're going to have like a tour or something like this that is sort of going to overlap, a lot of activities at the same time. Maybe she's doing this project on the side, and then, with the group she has to do something else. So I see her a bit stressed about this, but holding on. This is her nature. Her nature is like, I'm in the business. I was born to do this. This is what I wanted to do. So I will do it. I will endure this. I will do this. But definitely, like, she is one of a kind, I would say. Like, I never seen so many ones for a Scorpio or another sign in a while. I think that I read for someone at some point that had all these ones, but this is the first time that I see action, 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 action. She's like, this is the moment for her. Like a lot of flow of energy. And then, yeah, as the Queen of Cups, she just loves this. She loves the entertainment industry, probably. She loves what she does. She's also very loving to the people that she works with. She has this mother figure. She probably is very sweet, is very mature emotionally. Maybe this is why I get this vibe of her. Even though she's so tired, she doesn't complain. There's something about her emotional nature being very, very well trained. There's something about her being like, well, this is what I wanted to do. This is what my decision. I decided that I wanted to do this. So here I am. I own it. I own it. Like, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be part of this. I said yes to this. So this is why I'm devoted to this. She's a very devoted person, a very devoted person. She's not going to quit. She's not going to leave people hanging. Nor her group, nor her other work. She's like, no, I will get energy from whatever part I can, and I will go, and I will show up, and I will be professional. I think that for her it's like, the moment is now. I'm getting the opportunities now. I will get it. I will do it. I will take it. I will say yes. This is a yes person. This is someone that says, yes, sign me up. Sign me up. I don't care if I have other things to do. Sign me up. Yeah. Yeah, try to clarify the Nine of Wands. The devil came up. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. So yeah, I'd be very careful of what I say yes to if I was her. Because there's something with this card, with the devil card, that there's something about, you know, people calling her that she's a bit greedy, you know, like taking a lot of things at the same time. I don't know who would call her greedy, but there's something about, like, you know, you took all this for yourself, knowing that we had to do all this as well. So don't you think that you're being a bit greedy? But I think that she's probably tied up to a sort of contract. You know, the devil also gives me contract vibes, like her also being very responsible and being like, you know, I already gave my word, I already said yes, so I cannot, you know, disappear. But yeah, I think that probably could bring a bit of a drama about, like, why did you say yes to that if you knew that we had this to do also? So yeah, because she's doing a lot, I would say, or she's going to do a lot, and there's a lot of wands. So, you know, every time there's a lot of wand energy, there's also a lot of friction, there's a lot of conflict, you know, with all that fire, all that hunger, there's also a lot of frustration, a lot of anger. So yeah. That's some active energy. I'm tired of her. I'm tired for her looking at that. Yes. Yeah. Oh. But it's a woman. It's a woman again. It's a woman with the short hair. It's wait. It's an indigenous woman. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, when you said President. I remember now. I remember now. Oh my. Yes. I thought of him. I was like, oh, you really? Look, I had her. I was looking for her. I had her on the bottom of the deck. I was shuffling to see if I could find her. Yeah, every suit in this deck, it has a race. So I believe that for Pentacles you have white people, for Fire you have African people, for Swords you have Asian people, and for Water you have indigenous people. That's not your family. Oh. So she made an appearance. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the talk, for the recommendations, for the advices, for everything, guys. This was a lovely Saturday. Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun. But yeah, I will see you on Wednesday. Let's see what we can do, what romantic dynamic we can do for Wednesday. Remember that the next Saturday, there's not going to be a live stream. If I can and if I have energy, I will probably do it on Sunday, but I will let you know during the week. So yeah, let's see for Wednesday. I will try to make a post to see what you guys would like, or if you have new ideas for a new tarot reading, romantic, like we always try to get romantic. Maybe because we are in Scorpio season, we can get it a bit much more sexier, but I don't know how to. I do have the sexy decks, but I don't know how to sort of create a style of reading that, yeah, can be sexy, but also can be emotional, I would say. So yeah, let's see if we can come up with some ideas. If you guys want to leave it on Discord, if you guys are on Discord, you know, we have a chat that is suggestions for future tarot readings. But I will also post on the community, so you guys can leave your ideas. So let's see what we can do, if we can do something fun on Wednesday, okay? Yeah, that's why. Yes, sexy and emotional. Yeah, that's a Scorpio trait. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Let's see what we can come up with that. We have to. I have to find a way to rephrase it. Like, yeah. Okay, guys. Maybe just that. Ah, yeah, you're right. Sexy and emotional. Ah, okay. Let's do this. Sexy and emotional. Let's see how I can sort of come up with a proper title. But yeah, let's do the combination of both. Sexy and emotional. Okay, yeah, let's keep it simple like this. Let's do this tarot reading. Okay, guys, have a lovely weekend. Rest, please, have fun. Thank God today is not that hot, so I'm not melting. I'm in a better mood because every time it's really hot, I get very annoyed. But today it was a good day, and now that I'm here, here is much more fresh. So yeah, probably you will see me here more often. Thank you, guys. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.